Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Here at the lair, it's Tuesday. It is September 5th, 2023. Let's do a grace card reading, y'all. Yeah, okay. Now, y'all, if you do any of the astrology, astronomy stuff, you know that Jupiter is just stationed and is going retrograde. Now, this is going to be for like 4 months. It's going to be till the end of the year. Okay, which means I'm just going to give you the punchy part of it. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these grace cards while I'm talking. That means that everything is going to expand. Everything's going to have an opportunity to kind of blow up on us. And that could be like, you know, because it's a retrograde, it could be stuff from the past that's coming back for us to fix or deal with, or things that we may have started in the past that may suddenly finally come to the forefront if we've been waiting for that. And it does have to do with luck and bounty and money. Okay, so just be prepared for that. If you're prepared, then things aren't really such a big deal usually. You know what, Ben Franklin, I think, is the one who said the only time that we prepare to fail is when we fail to prepare. End of the lecture. Let's get to it, y'all. Okay, this first card we're going to pull, y'all, this is the outward energy. This is going to be a reflection from the grace cards on how we can do a better job of interacting with other people or getting the most out of our interactions with the other people that we come in contact with. And y'all, I'm not going to lie to you, there's a lot of weird volatile energy, but mostly it's from within. You know, stuff that we may, and I talk a lot about, you know, stuffing things down and not processing, and trust me, I'm like on that list. I do it too. And right now it might be supported in coming up on you, basically. But it's stuff that we need to chew on, we need to deal with, we need to organize it, get it together, hold it for a second, say, oh, I'm glad you've come up because I want to deal with you, and either get rid of it or transmute that thing, whatever it is, into something that we can work with. So it's going to happen, all right? So just let yourself off the hook for that. Try to do any kind of reactionary stuff on your own, because, you know, the other people in our lives, they got their own stuff going on, and we're definitely like, we definitely need to vent and get things off our chest and pull things up and deal with stuff, but it's not always the right place and right time to do it around other people. So that's why it's really important that we craft our lives so we have personal time to do that kind of work, to do that processing. And you might need to do that now, so just do that for yourself. Do it for yourself. Okay, comfort. Comfort. Lean back into the arms of grace, let go and let God. Look, if stuff is not going right with certain people that you know, or if it's if things are uncomfortable with others that you are used to, you know, getting along with and stuff, just understand there's a lot of planetary stuff going on, and what we are going through, they are also going through. So just have some faith in the journey. I mean, they've got their journey, we've got our journey, and you know, if we can just operate from that space of kindness and consideration and understanding that we're all kind of in this thing together, I think it'll make communications a lot smoother. You know, be clear, you know, go ahead and get things off your chest, but do it in a way that's gentle and thorough and not reactionary and not emotional, because it's not going to help anything to, like, basically unload on someone. You know, if you got to get it off your chest, so be it. But, you know, be judicious with the way you express yourself in the world, because look, outside of that communication, just pretend like, you know, they're not standing there, or they're not sitting there, and they're not in your company. Outside of all of that physical reality, how we express everything into the world really matters right now. Because like I said, you know, Jupiter is sitting around very more, okay, when the planets station, they're way more powerful than they normally are, and the influences that Jupiter has on us are, like I said, in that area of like good luck, good fortune, bounty, that kind of thing, opportunity. So understand that just be careful, be judicious, and care about the other people that you come in contact with, because we all need to be able to have that degree of faith in our life to lean back and sit back and know that everything's going to be okay no matter what it looks like. Okay, and we can't do that if we're constantly causing static for one another, and there's no really good excuse to do that no matter what we're going through. It's important to stay conscious of ourselves, but also be aware that other people are also on their own journey and going through all of the same, physical dynamics and stuff that we are going through. So let's just give each other a little bit of a break. And I think that's what the grace cards are telling us, especially for the next, excuse me, probably, obviously the next 4 months of this expanded expansion energy, but certainly in the next week or so, okay, because of other planetary influences. Just kind of watch yourself in the next week or so that you aren't engaging in any drama that's just going to be unproductive. Okay, now I'm going to do this shuffling thing one more time. And then this card, y'all, this card is going to be a message from the grace cards on, I've got this mic really close to my stomach. I hope you didn't hear that. But if you did, it's almost lunchtime. Okay. This one is going to give us some sort of direction. It's going to hopefully point out something valuable for us and constructive for us where something personal is involved. This card, it's geared toward and prayed over in relationship to all of that energy we run inside that basically runs our productivity. It's not this outward expression into the world. It's all of the stuff that we do inside, all of the stuff that we're creating inside, all of the stuff that we have to deal with on that what do they call it? Down low level. Okay. So let's see, we all have something, we all have at least one thing. And, so this card is for me really valuable. Because no matter how well versed a person is, we all are emotional creatures. We're all still that part of that humanity. And it's not easy being human, but it can be a lot easier than we make it. So maybe this card will help us, give us a little guidance on how we can do that for ourselves. Well, you know what? This is a concurrent message because I was doing my homework and watched a couple of readings earlier for my own thing. I'm a Sagittarius, so I watched a little Sagittarian action, and I'm telling you that this was consistent all through it. Pray. Just speak up for yourself. I am open and receptive to the power of grace in my life now. I ask to be shown clear examples of how this energy is operating in my life. And if you got yourself all embroiled in what is negative in your world, this is the one thing you can do for yourself. Just even ask yourself, say, look, can you please slow down enough so that I can actually be in touch with my blessings right now, because right now I feel overwhelmed with everything that's not going right. And as long as we focus on every single thing that's not happening for us the way we want it to, that's what we're going to experience. That's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to feel consistently. So it's really important. I talk about flipping your switch when you're feeling negative. It's not always easy to do, but it can be a lot easier than you think if you remember to kind of speak up for yourself, even if it's just to yourself. If you're not a religious person, look, there is a sanctified divine entity within your human being, and that's something that we all have, regardless. And that one inside of us is the creator, the mutator, the one that can help us turn a not so great situation into a better situation. That's the one who can open the gateway and the avenue to direct line with our inclinations and our intuition. Okay, and that's important. That's really important, especially when we're feeling, if you're needing this, then that means that you got a little bit of an emotional equilibrium problem. Okay, and it's really easy to fix if you remember that this wise being inside, God, Source, it's all available 24/7 for us when we need answers, if we need a shift. And like I say, like a flip your switch moment. And we can't access that. We can ask for it and it will be granted. And all we got to do is listen to it. Listen to it. Hear the wisdom that comes through when you ask. Look, I'm not having a good time right now. I'm really negative right now. I don't need to be negative because I don't want anything else to manifest in my world that's on that vibration. I want to break that chain. I want to break the spell of whatever it is over me. Please help me. Please help me see the blessings in my world so I can shift, so I can make the shift from, being the worrier and the one who's captivated by fear thoughts and the one who is setting up these negative scenarios in my head to someone who's more enlightened, someone who's actually asking for positivity in the world, in my world. And to do that, we have to be receptive. We can't be receptive if we're focused on the things that are not working for us, because that indicates to the universe, to this system that we have here of thoughts being things that we are lacking or we are not happy. And the universe doesn't have this is playing favorites. The universe is quite literal, and if that's how you feel, I'm just not happy, well, the universe is going to be like, okay, I'll help you manifest more stuff to not be happy about, because you're stating that you're okay with being not happy. And I know we have to get it off our chest for moments at a time, to vent it, to bring it up, to cope, to deal with it, to embrace it in order to let it go. But other than that, please understand that wherever your focus goes, wherever your attention is flowing, that is what grows for you in your world. So it's in our best interest to realize that we're not on that great vibe, and to figure out a way to snap ourselves out of it. And a lot of times all it takes is speaking your thing. I'm going through a huge, long recovery from a physical situation. And I am not lying to you. Every single time I acknowledge something that's not really working with me in my recovery, in my physical situation, it becomes addressed. I'm not kidding. And when it first started happening, I was like, I made a joke about the fact that we're never alone and someone's always listening. And the truth is that's source. I have a deep, deep need to be well and to get better and to be in optimum health. That's what's way deep in my thing. So when I'm acknowledging the things that aren't working for me, I don't dwell on it, but I speak it. I'm like, my feet are still swollen. What's going on? Because I'm doing this and this and this. I let it go. Let me tell you something. The swelling goes down. Because I'm running off that deep-seated need to see improvement, deep-seated need to be better. So watch what's underneath in there, because if you're running a polar situation, if you're saying, I really want to be rich, I need more money, I want to have this and this and this, but way down deep you're going, God, this is never going to happen for me. If it hasn't happened yet, it's never going to happen. If you're doing that, if you're not supporting the expressions you make into the universe with stuff underneath, if you're running dual energy, you're going to have a harder time making things happen for yourself. So if with the first card, with the comfort card regarding outer, communications with other people, if you're like, I really wish that we could get along, but inside you're going, well, you're just a jackass, I'm never going to, then it's not going to happen. You really have to go deep. And this is a perfect time to do it, y'all. Go in and clean that stuff up. Defrag yourself, because what's underneath is being recognized by the universe. And then these planetary affectations are just going to exacerbate whatever's deep down under there. It's being heard. It's being felt. We become like this, we start this dialogue in our heads about how we don't have good luck and all of that kind of thing, because we're not seeing what we want to see in our world. But we got to go in, we got to spend some time and do that inner work and make sure that we're not running those counterproductive beliefs and feelings against what we're outwardly trying to express into the world. Otherwise we've snared ourselves. We've just snared ourselves, and nobody can help us with that. We got to do it for ourselves. Okay, and we're being wholly and appropriately supported right now to do this work, y'all. So go ahead, take some time, do that for yourself. All right, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you so much for your valuable time. If you care to share this video, thank you so much, y'all. I really appreciate that every time. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please consider subscribing and coming back. I'm going to do some Panther chatting later. And I also have a pick a card coming up for y'all. I'm going to be using the Wild Mystic Oracle deck, and we'll find out what our animal spirit is up to right now. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support you're giving me for this channel, because I really feel like it's an important something. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. I mean, I started coming onto YouTube a year and a half ago with the idea of monetization and working from home because of my physical situation, and it has definitely blossomed into some other thing. It's mutated itself into some other really, really blissful kind of communication, and I'm really, really proud and happy to be here. So thank you for being here. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you soon.